especially with Burnett out, that you knew you could attack defensively?
I mean, we knew, for Burnett being out, that, other players would have to step up and try to fill in the void, to score the ball. And, they try to space us out a little bit. We try to make them get high catches as far from the basket as possible, just as we usually do. So we really didn't have any change of gameplay, in that regard. We just had to come out there and guard the way we know how to guard.
PJ, just talk about Chris, his development. Seems like his last, 3-4 games, he's had big games, been a presence inside, become a third scorer for this team. How important is that for you guys?
He plays such a big role on our team, and we always knew he was capable on doing, putting up the numbers that he's been putting up in the past few games. It was just on him to come around and do that for us. So he plays a huge role for us on the glass every night. And, also filling up the charts, throughout the whole chartboard.
Yeah, Chris, just expanding on that just for you in terms of your confidence, does it continue to grow when you put up performances like this? And do you feel like you can assert yourself more when you continue to dominate down low like you have been over the last several weeks?
Coming in the game, I just try to stay out of foul trouble and get a feel of the game. So, when I'm not in foul trouble, I get to feel the game and start going. That's it.
For both of you guys, next week is Florida and Kentucky. Just like you, they're undefeated in the league. You guys are all tied for first place. How big are these next two games?
They're huge, but our mindset is always the next game is the biggest game. So we're really focused on Florida after tonight and, worry about Kentucky after the Florida game.
Chris, after a couple games this season, Frank was critical of the bigs about rebounding. Tonight, you guys out-rebounded Ole Miss by 10. Just what's changed for you guys physically and, mentally on rebounding this season?
Just be a little bit more aggressive and crush to the board. We got bucks out. That's it. And we got help from the guards, too. And so it make the bigs' job easier.
PJ here in the back. You see Coach, you guys are at 25, and he seems even more relentless and more into it than when it's a close game. How does that translate to you guys on the floor and on the bench? How focused you have to be with a coach like that who will never take his foot off the gas pedal, no matter how much you guys lead by?
You want a coach like that. That wants you to play all 40 minutes of the game. From the first possession to the last. Until the buzzer sounds. So, we don't look at the scoreboard. We always want to execute the offense, play aggressive on defense, and the scoreboard will take care of itself. We just have to keep playing.
Any more questions?
Appreciate it.